on this wild, wacky, and sometimes disturbing world of ours. Yes, that's the intro to the Mindset Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes and shedding light on what's really going on in the world, all done by ripping apart the media madness that masquerades as news. Join me, Gareth Davis, every Sunday on the Mindset Podcast. You can find the show on all major podcasting services such as iTunes, Stitcher, and so on. Or you can go directly to the main Mindset website. That's www.mindsetcentral.com. Check out the Mindset Podcast. Bring your curiosity, your opinions, and a sense of humor. And remember that some worldviews are stranger than others.
What it look like, what it feel like, what it fake like, what it real like. I got you when you are not you. We can't all be Pac, boo, but tell me that you're mine too. Tell me that you blind too. Cause what love is, can't nobody cover it. No time for no rubbish, just time to come rub it. Ooh, told you I'm a mess, but you know what, that I'm the best. Wanna help me clean up the mess? Yes, and on the 8th we rest. My Lord, we great. Gotta let goodness penetrate. Ha, I'm solar made. Wanna shine, come meet your fate. Everybody looking to medicate, yeah. Come medicate, I said everybody looking to elevate, yeah. Come elevate, I said everybody looking to medicate, yeah. Come medicate, said everybody looking to elevate. Come elevate.
Yes, you're already and you're still here. Climb out the bottom and we'll fight your feet. Crawl to the top and we'll jump right off. The midst of transition you might feel lost. Like an employee when you're the boss. You gotta be employed to be the boss. These words are simple but they are true. Just don't forget
What?
I love you.
Okay, everybody looking to elevate. Elevate, come elevate. I said everybody looking to medicate. Come medicate. I said everybody looking to elevate. Yeah, come elevate. I said everybody looking to medicate. Come medicate. Yeah. What it look like? What it look like? Yeah. What it feel like? What it feel like? What it feel like? What it feel like? Yeah. What it fake like? What it fake like? Yeah. What it fake like? What it fake like? What it real like? What it real like? What it real like? Yeah. What it real like? What it real like? What it real? Yeah. Everybody looking to medicate. Yeah. Come medicate. Everybody looking to elevate. Yeah. Come elevate. I said everybody looking to medicate. Yeah. Come medicate. Everybody looking to elevate. Come elevate. Come elevate. Come elevate. Yeah. Come elevate. Come elevate. Yeah. Come medicate. Come medicate. Come medicate. Yeah. Come medicate.
Wise man once said, the barnyard's burnt down. Now I can see the stars. Perspective, you know. I wrote this song. I wrote a song about how cool I am. I wrote a song about how powerful I can be. I wrote a song about how far I've come. I wrote a song about the moment that I believe. And I believe, yes I believe. Hey, I believe, listen. Mama thinks I'm crazy, I know why. I be smoking daily, I be high. Flying like an airplane in the clouds. Don't know how to roll, I show Thankful that I see another day. Someone just got murdered where I stay. All I know is family and my squad. Peace to you and yours, glory to God. I believe in angels, I believe in horoscopes and karma. I believe in safety, I believe in armor. I believe in you, I believe in brotherhood. I believe in working till you earn it. I believe that you can have 1 million people by your side, but if you're not surrounded by the ones to help you rise up, then I believe it's not worth it. I believe in good purpose. I believe in so many names, so many ideas, but at the end of the day, it's the same being that we worship. God is Jehovah, a Buddha, arm, leg, arm, head. Thoughts running through my head. Wanna know what they said? Well, you better get this bread. You gotta break it, boy. If you give your word, don't ever break it, boy. See, you coming from a city, if you fake it, boy. Wear your heart up on your sleeve, then they take it, boy. Close to those shoes, now you naked, boy. Niggas really out here trying to make it, boy. Go crazy like dogs with the rabies, boy. Go crazy like crack in the 80s. Boy, don't be lazy, boy. Get your ass off the lazy boy and go work. You know what they say. You don't eat if you don't work. So I'm out there first. But before I go, I wrote a song about how cool I am. I wrote a song about how powerful I can be. I wrote a song about how far I've come. I wrote a song about the moment that I believe. And I believe, yes I believe. Do you believe? 'Cause I believe, I believe, I believe. Sing with me. Mama thinks I'm crazy, I know why. I be smoking daily, I be high. Flying like an airplane in the clouds. Don't know how to roll, I'll show you how. Thankful that I see another day. Someone just got murdered where I stay. All I know is family and my squad. Peace to you and yours, glory to God.
hay que salvarnos el mundo entero. A la matanza del petrolero, hay que salvarnos el mundo entero. A la matanza del petrolero, hay que salvarnos el mundo entero. A la matanza del petrolero, hay que salvarnos el mundo entero. Del petrolero, hay que salvarnos el mundo entero. A la matanza del petrolero, hay que salvarnos el mundo entero. A la matanza del petrolero, hay que salvarnos el mundo entero. A la matanza del petrolero, hay que salvarnos el mundo entero.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be around this wild, wacky, and sometimes disturbing world of ours. Yes, that's the intro to the Mindset Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes and shedding light on what's really going on in the world, all done by ripping apart the media madness that masquerades as news. Join me, Gareth Davis, every Sunday on the Mindset Podcast. You can find the show on all major podcasting services such as iTunes, Stitcher, and so on. Or you can go directly to the main Mindset website. That's www.mindsetcentral.com. Check out the Mindset Podcast. Bring your curiosity, your opinions, and a sense of humor. And remember that some worldviews are stranger than others.
Feel a
And I know how I can feel so useless to you every single night. And when you go to another child and leave me alone till I can't hear you anymore, I say, hot damn, you are out of your mind, out of your mind.
not a bad track. Testing.
Hello,
Ooh,
good
yeah.
evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be around this wild, wacky, and sometimes disturbing world of ours. Yes, that's the intro to the Mindset Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes and shedding light on what's really going on in the world, all done by ripping apart the media madness that masquerades as news. Join me, Gareth Davis, every Sunday on the Mindset Podcast. You can find the show on all major podcasting services such as iTunes, Stitcher, and so on. Or you can go directly to the main Mindset website. That's www.mindsetcentral.com. Check out the Mindset Podcast. Bring your curiosity, your opinions, and a sense of humor. And remember that some worldviews are stranger than others.
Yes, they are. That is true. Welcome to Chillin with Jay. That's what's going on right now. That's what you're doing. You're chilling with me. I'm Jay. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, I forgot about all that. You can find out more at theanomalyradio.net. This is why I can't wait to get a little sound test. I might want to reposition this camera a little bit. No, that's working. We know that's going through. All right. We're going to just do that. Go over that just a little bit. I'll turn it down. So it's not too bad. We're always doing this live. We're always testing this live. It's all happening live. Somewhere around there. I'm trying to center the camera here. Where the fuck is this? Oh, the camera's right over here. There we go. Yeah, you can find me on Facebook. There's that. I'm using Switcher Studio. And it's my main wonderful easy tag Twitter at CrazyJ82. If you care. Twitter. You'll find everything actually linked up pretty well there. That center's better. Somewhere around there. I don't know. Something. I gotta get that thing fixed. I gotta plug that hole up. Maybe if I there we go. Oh, that's just gonna be it. Alright, that's not too bad. I just kinda gotta get in the middle of my shit. And we're not too bad. So yeah, you're chilling with me. I'm using Switcher Studio, which is what I've been using before, and I like it. Most definitely better than Restream in, I guess, accessibility on my iPad and what it offers with this type of stuff here. Great stuff. Great freaking stuff. I'll put that down there, and then I was Radio Network at it. .podbean.com is where you can find out more about, I guess, this show and the other things I do. So if you're just tuning in, and I always appreciate the new watchers, followers, tweeters, whatever, friends. Basically, I sit here for a period of time and talk about whatever I want. My name's Justin Villarreal. And you're chilling with Jay. Yeah, I've been doing podcasting for about a decade. I know some people probably listen to this already, have heard this already, but yeah, I've been doing it for about a decade. And so now I'm dipping my toes into the live stream stuff, and I'm digging it. We're beginning a lot of views via Facebook. Thank you, Facebook. YouTube, not as much. It's like 7, somewhere around there. I mean, that's still good, but I mean, overall, like Facebook would be the overall numbers game where I can see who really watches it. And then Twitch is the next one. I got more people watching basically on Twitch and Facebook at the moment. I was on Periscope earlier, but Periscope's down. And then that's been like 6-7 months in case you guys didn't catch the earlier episode last week, where I kind of just started testing out some new computer equipment. I wanted to use that with the camera over here and stuff, but I prefer having this here. I would have to have another setup right here at the moment, just so I could have what I do here, you know. Which is, of course, a guy who's done podcasting for almost a decade. With this type of show, I'm going to turn this down just a little bit, and of course, give me some feedback if you're watching, or if you end up checking out the replays. I'll be checking out the chats as much as I can. Actually, I think I got a message from YouTube. Oh, I think that's just a stupid message. All right. Just let me know how the audio sounds, because I'm still playing around, and sometimes, depending on what it is, I forget what levels are at, and the music overcomes some of the things I'm saying. But yeah, I've been podcasting for a decade, and I've been dipping my toes into live streaming. It's not the first time I've done this type of stuff, but it's my first time kind of dedicating to it. And I kind of like it because it's easy for me to do, and especially the live part. I think the live with the video is much better than like live for audio. You know, not at least for me, and it might be for others, but at least for me. So I enjoy this type of thing, you know, where you can see me, you can see what I'm doing or something I'm doing. Really what I'm trying to do with this show is combine all my hobbies into one show. That's the best way to explain that. I can't believe I didn't come up with that before. Jesus, I gotta clean this magnifying glass. So I combine all my hobbies into one show, which is from gaming, which that's why you see me on Twitch. Sorry, it is not. I'm not playing Horizon Zero Dawn tonight. I am gonna play some games and broadcast those, but they're mostly just, you know, I'm testing the waters with that, as well as kind of implement some of the things I talk about here in my podcast, or things that I'm on other people's podcasts, as you heard, that I promote the Mindset Podcast, as well as if you got a podcast or you want something to promote, you could just send me a file and I'll put it up on the radio, which is what you're listening to now, which is the other reason why I do this show. Not only to hear myself talk and for others to hear myself talk, it's also to promote the music that is on the AnomousRailNetwork.podbean.com, as well as the other podcasts that play on there. During this time period right now, I think between like 10 till about 7 in the morning, I forget what the schedule is. It's pretty much music, and then the rest of it's just podcasts from the network or from people who allowed us to share their podcast. So, which is the network, you know. I guess there's the stuff that we upload onto Podbean, and then there's the stuff that we upload onto the live stream, the live audio stream. So, you know, it's kind of two different things, but at the same time, it's one thing, and, you know, that's what we do. We're a network, or I'm a network, really. Other people are just a little more casual than I am, but I'm as casual too. So it's not like a big push. But people do listen. People do still tune in, even when nothing new has totally come about. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta remember to find what that clip is. This is actually a good song. Oh, of course, because it's Catfish or Dog Stars, one of the favorite bands, and the theme of this show. Let's turn it up right now so I get some stuff going. Scum.
And with diligence you back your own.
too bad I couldn't start the show with that. So showcase the music. We got it playing in the background, and I'm doing one of my hobbies, which is gaming, actually, and that's why I still put it on Twitch. The gaming part is painting miniatures. At this point, I am painting Warhammer miniatures. And if some of you have been following me from the beginning I started these, I don't know, you can probably notice that there's some differences right now. Oh, I need a better light. Because you guys are not going to see that. I have another light somewhere. Whatever. Anyways, so that's my Shadow Sun. And I showed her on the other preview I did, if you catch the Twitch stream, or the YouTube, and part of the Facebook, because I only got like 40-something minutes on Facebook. I had to re-upload everything, and I realized that halfway through the whole thing. But I was just testing stuff. Technically, every freaking live stream I do is a test. So yeah, I'm redoing her. She originally, make a noise there. It's just like this, you know, just like that. So she's originally like this. This is an older model. There's a newer model, which looks cool, but I feel this is cooler for some reason. And I painted her. Look at those details. Well, you could probably not totally notice it. I need more light there. But I do got one more light. But anyways, so anyways, she's bigger in the new version of her, the new model kit, and she's metal in this one. She's, I think, plastic or resin. I think plastic. But so anyways, she's heavy, and for the small 32mm base, I feel like, and she's allowed bigger, when I move her, sometimes she falls over. She just fell over right now because of her fusion blasters and the weight of that. So, since she's allowed to have a bigger base, which I went 50mm, which is what you see here, okay? She's pretty much directly in the middle of it, the way I positioned it, but she's not. She's a little offset from that. So why I did that too is so I could add that drone bit in there, which is, I believe, a armored missile drone. And what I'm doing, I'm just painting. That's what today I'm going to do. I'm going over my models and seeing what other details I could add to them while I have them out, because I was painting hers, so she basically comes with two drones, a command link drone, which is this guy, and a Guardian drone, but a special Guardian drone. This, I believe, is a +4 invulnerable save. I forget. I should remember these things. But she comes with that, and I kind of, as they call it, kit bash, where I took a piece of another model and other models and put them together to create it. It's just a shield drone with some marker light bits and a special, I think this came from the Stealth Suits bundle pack, but that right there. So I just added that, so it kind of looks like her Guardian drone in the new thing. And when I'm playing the game, which I've gotten a few now, not a handful yet, but a few games in. Sometimes it's hard for me to, pay attention where my models are. So I'm kind of, I guess if I had a bunch of them out, it's not that big of a deal, because I'll probably have clusters and stuff. But since there's only so many, and when I mean clusters, I mean like large groups of them when we're playing bigger games. We're going to play way bigger games than what we're playing now. But some of them look the same. And because some of them look the same in whatever way I organize them, it's hard to tell which unit, because she'll be a unit, and then I have like a unit, I don't here, but like a unit of troops have their own drones, which are similar in some sense. So when I'm moving them around, it's kind of hard to tell which one. So I have what I started now, and I guess what I'm going to end kind of with buying at the moment. And there's some things I could, but I think I got enough things right now that it's taken me over a year to collect all this. Because I literally, like, almost every month or every other month, I put some money aside and I buy some models, And some of them now I have units of drones, this is a unit of gun drones, 6 gun drones. I have more gun drones now, but I want to make sure I have a unit. So in case I want to break it down to 4 or 6 of a unit, I can have them free floating, taking damage for me,
Hello, good evening, good morning,
and other
good
things.
afternoon, wherever you may be
So
around this wild, wacky, and
that's why I got that,
sometimes
as I mentioned before, marker light drones.
Yes, that's the
And then I
intro to
have
the
some
Mindset
shield drones.
Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes and shedding light on what's really going on in
So I have
the
to separate
world.
them like that, to organize
All
this
done
shit.
by ripping apart
Shield
the
drones.
media madness that
And they are
masquerades
pretty awesome
as
because they
news.
have a
Join
+5
me, Gareth
invulnerable
Davis,
save.
every Sunday
So,
on the Mindset Podcast.
Yeah, so now,
You can find
today,
the show on all
one, because I
major
got the new
podcasting
computer, it
services
can
such
run
as
my
iTunes,
streaming server
Stitcher,
there, and then I have my
so on. Or
studio
you can go
here,
directly to
so
the
I could do
main
this. What I
Mindset
want to do,
website.
though, is get
That's
my other mixer and just have them separate now, in case I want to go back and forth and I don't have to bring
Check
and
out the
reorganize
Mindset
stuff so much,
Podcast. Bring your
which was kind of the
curiosity,
reason why I
opinions,
wanted to
and a sense of humor.
to
And
get the
remember,
computer,
some
a new computer, get the
worldviews are
computer
stranger than
upgraded,
others.
or looked at. There were some things I was doing that I didn't finish, which I will eventually do. But now that we got a new computer, it's easier for me to stream and do other things for the podcasting and live stream stuff, which maybe you don't care, but people who follow the crap that I do, it'll make it easier to either do my own shows or be involved with others. And most definitely people have been asking me what I've been doing, and when am I going to do other shows. And now that I got all that, and there's things kind of settled. It's been kind of crazy literally for the past half a year, practically a little longer, but for the most part half a year. And the whole show, of course, like I said, is this, talking about whatever I want. So you're going to hear a little bit about me. You're going to hear a little bit of the things that's happened in my life, things that I do, including my hobbies and whatever games. And like today, I'm going to talk about Black Widow after, once I get into that, stuff like that. So, I'm just going to do my best to condense a lot of the things that I like to already do separately into this show while I get, and explain these too, get this going and whatnot. I already got my palette ready. Painting palette, I'm going to have to add some more paint. I have a wet palette, which I gotta change out soon, but we're gonna use it for right now until I change it out, because I could be a scumbag. I could be a scum dog. Most definitely. So, hopefully for the next hour or so, and I apologize for people who were tuning in earlier. Of course, if you're used to live streams, there's usually a buffer before the show starts, and it's kind of like a counter. So to really showcase the music, I kind of leave the beginning as like my intro of the music that plays, and then here we are talking over. And of course, again, I'm going to do my best to check the chats and stuff like that, which I should do right now to be on the safe side. But anyways, so we're doing all that. Has been going on that I got that, and now here we are getting the show going, and of course the stuff that I eventually will talk about that's been really going on is going to take more than a show, more than an hour-ish. So bits and pieces will be sprinkled in throughout this experiment. So, and of course I'm going to continue doing podcasts, which I'll probably end up expanding some of the things that I talk here onto those as like full hour-long shows and stuff. So it's like I'm testing, this will be my test ground for ideas, So for the most part, the people that have been watching, they've been digging my rants, I guess, if that's what you want to call them. My rants, my discussions and whatnot. And here we are. I kind of want more of that stuff. I guess it doesn't matter, guys. Either way, though. So yeah, like there's been a lot going on to do this. I was actually banned from Facebook for 3 months from live streaming. That's actually seems better. I think it's just the camera angle. That might have been what I had before, but I know when I moved it last. So yeah, I was banned from Facebook for 3 months, and then I got banned recently again for some comments and some other posts I did. But that was for like I think one was 24 hours. Actually, both were 24 hours. I don't think it was that long. Well, actually, I think one was longer. But yeah. So it kind of kept me from doing that. And Periscope, as I said before, I was doing Periscope, and that was starting to pick up. And of course, by the time I think it was March or April, they decided to shut down the live streaming part. So that kind of deterred me from doing more because that was where a lot of it was going. And then, like I said, stuff was happening in between. I've actually, if you don't know, I am working subcontracting through Amazon. And of course, there's some stuff I mentioned in the last episode. But again, I do, as I mentioned before in all my episodes, I get redundant because there's always new listeners tuning in. And I try to do my best to keep people up to date, catch up, and stuff like that. So it's almost like it's connected a little bit. It's almost like a stream. Or that's not a stream. That's like it coming together. It's almost like a stream. Anyways, so trying to keep things connected. So yeah, there's been a lot going on. I'm at Amazon, and I'm subcontracted there by the company I work through, Cushman and Wakefield, and I've been doing that since about February, and it's been great. I actually have a little bit of time off in between next contracts and stuff, so I get some time to do other things like my own personal work, and which I want to talk about all sorts of things from that eventually. My experiences doing that. But and of course, whatever if you guys know what I do, what I say, what you're interested in, just let me know because I can expand upon it on here, this platform, which are some things I will bring up over time anyways, but it'd be great to hear what other people I know what some people like to hear, but what more people like to hear. So I was been working through there. We have some time. We just set up the robotics equipment, and then as soon as we're done with that, we're out of there and we do a next warehouse and keep going. And they're talking about traveling. I was going to go to Florida, and I'm even getting a raise, so I'm hoping all that really falls through. And that's another reason why I've been trying to focus, because towards the end of November of 2020 or so, somewhere around November-ish, October-ish time, work was starting to dwindle again, and it was hard. It's still hard, but it caused some issues, and it just was like, what am I going to do? And because this was going for longer periods of time, even though I was working, there was just a lot going on. So, and there was a lot more going on too. But again, that's a whole fucking show in itself. I don't want to talk about it, and I may eventually break that down into something. But right now, I'm just trying to keep it a little light because there's a lot of heavy stuff going on. People have been talking to me about all sorts of heavy things lately. There's all sorts of stuff to talk about too. That's connected to even my own experiences, and I think that's another takeaway. Hopefully some people get from this is that some of the things I share, maybe you've had them, maybe it's something for you to understand. Most definitely, it's part of the experience. So I kind of took a step back, and instead of trying to work for myself and doing what I did, I went out and threw my resume and everything out into the workforce, and then here I am, connected into Amazon, but not connected at the same time. It's pretty cool compared to just being stuck in a warehouse all day, because I can't do that, guys. I've done that shit, and I don't want to. There's people out there, most definitely, who want to do that. Good for them. I feel bad for them at the same time, but good for them, because I'm not those people that can be stuck behind a desk all day. I could be stuck probably behind this all day. Maybe. There's always something for me to do. I might be able to stuck behind a computer doing what I do, but for the most part, I couldn't be stuck behind a desk or working in a warehouse for someone else. It just all day. And thinking about this is going to be what I'm doing, because I've done that stuff. Worked for a place for almost a decade, and Jesus Christ, I'm glad I am out of that. Good money, great experiences, But I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I just I'm like a free bird in a sense, but I'm not at the same time. Aren't we all just animals trapped in a cage? Yeah. I work good with others. Obviously, I could devote my time to all sorts of things, actually, like building paranormal research groups and starting podcasts and being part of them and being part of movies and all sorts of. Seriously, all sorts of things. That's what's great. Even through my job that I hated, well, I didn't hate it. It just was draining, because I obviously enjoyed many aspects of my experiences. It just was draining on me, and it took a toll. It really did. It took a toll, and I see work takes a toll on a lot of people, and we just don't want to accept that, sometimes. And I can tell you right now, fuck work. I'm telling you right now, do your best to find something where you can say fuck work. I'm somewhere there. I'm somewhere there. It's an interesting balance, but seriously, I can't even sometimes see myself doing a full 8 hours at a place. I mean, I can because I do it with Amazon. Shit, I was there the last time for 10 hours each day. So, and sometimes more. We've done more. But for the most part, the only reason why I enjoy that is because it's a shorter contract, and we kind of have fun, and it's all like, oh Jesus, guys, oh my God, it's been an experience. Actually, the last day in Amazon before we took our break, and before I was going to be announced to go to Florida. And get my raise, I almost got into a fight with this dude because he threw, and these were actually guys from Florida. I don't know who they were. It was really the first time I was working with them was the last 2 weeks or whatever. And luckily we did get along, but there was a couple guys, whatever. But maybe I could have went about it a different way too, because that whole day, which kind of leads up to other things too. Was a little odd. I didn't get no sleep. I haven't been really getting a lot of sleep, even though I've been sleeping. Like, there's times I'm like going to bed and I should be getting 8 hours or even at the last 6 hours, and I just feel like crap still. I've been doing my best to just catch up because I think there's just your body catches up to you. If I wasn't sleeping well for the last few months, I do feel eventually catches up. And luckily, and I'll speed up to the point. So, look, I've been getting some rest recently, and it was kind of thanks to this recent event. So, that last day, so I was arguing, not arguing with this dude. We were sweeping up brushing down the area so we could put down the caduceus. And basically, it's the QR code or the QR code, the one that you scan for like Snapchat and everything. And we're putting those down so the robots, which do most of the work in the warehouse, besides the packaging, which is most of the work for the people, they bring everything over on shelves. You can always follow me on Snapchat, Facebook, so you can follow my stories, so you can see some of the stuff I post, because I post about this stuff all the time on those things. So it's like literally I got levels of content. Levels of content you could be seeing. I mean, that's up to you. Whatever. I just share shit. It's just I like doing that myself. Anyways, so we were already tired. A lot of us were working late, and then I actually just came back from a partial vacation, among other things that were going on. And we were cleaning up the floor so we could put down the caduceus. And the guy's like, hey, it's actually still dirty because there was a lot of, thing. And then one guy took the thing and used the floor sweeper and made it more dirty. It just was not a good. We were already tired, and we were supposed to get out of there early, which I didn't. And, yeah. This guy, what was it? I don't even remember what he threw. He threw something in front of me while I was brushing, and I kind of stopped, and I went, and I don't know why, I couldn't get the words out. I went, pss, pss, pss. I was like, dude. And he's like, pss, pss, dude. And I was like, he goes, I got a name. I was like, I don't know your name. I'm sorry. I was just like, can you not throw this in front of me? And as I'm thinking of like everything that's happening right now. And he's like, no, man, no. And he starts talking with me and everything about, you need to dodge me. And I'm a man and this and that. And I was like, I'm a man too. And I'm trying to sweep doing my job. And you literally threw this, I forget what it was. I think it was like a pellet or some stuff. And it was like right in his front as I was sweeping. And I was like, come on, dude. And he's like, what? So anyways, I said something like that. Come on, dude. And he said being a man again. And I was like, then why are you acting like a kid?
Join me.
And he's like, for real, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, coming. And literally, guys just come out of nowhere, holding that dude back. And I was like, all right, whatever. He's like, what'd you say? And I just shut my mouth up because I was like, you know what? This is going to get too much. And he's like, I'm going to meet you outside. And I'm like, damn it. I got to get something in my head. So he comes back around and he gets the manager. And I'm like, what the heck? And manager comes. And they know I'm a good worker. And I even told the guys, I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't get enough sleep. I couldn't get this guy's name out. I said it, I just went like that. Psst, dude, psst, psst, dude. And it just blah. And at 9 in the morning, I'm still waking up, even though I'm up at like 6 or something. So it's already like we're already doing labor and stuff. Oh, this is a great song. Go, man. So I'll turn this up a little bit. So anyways, he comes back as the manager, and I was like, oh, come on, dude, really? And that's acting like a child. Talk about being a man, he had to go get the manager. Little does he know that it wasn't going to do anything. One, because they knew I haven't had any issues with anybody. So this guy comes and says whatever. And two, I just overall, I'm just good with everybody. So he comes over, says, and he's like, da, 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 and he's acting like this. And I was like, dude, I just told you what was up, And you threw the thing in front of me and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, listen, man, I'm for real. And I said, I want to apologize because I should have asked for your name, blah, blah, blah. He said, no, you're just saying that because the manager's. I was like, I looked at it, I was like, I don't even care if the manager's. I don't. Although I need the job, part of me doesn't care if I get, they fire me because, I'm just like, whatever. There's things that can be done. There's still things that can be done. But most definitely, I could use this job. So I still care enough. But at the same time, just like, rolling my eyes, like, you really think I care about this if this dude was standing here? Because I've talked to the managers about things before. Well, I've grown on some of things. I don't know, maybe. So it's like I could handle things a certain way. So anyways, so he's like, all right, whatever. And I was like, I'm sorry, dude. And I went like this. I said, I'm sorry. And he's like, nah. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry, man. And he gave me fist bump. And I said, all right. And then at the end of halfway through the day, we were all supposed to leave. This is Gold Man. Every time I hear this song is great. Severed. You can actually find this song on YouTube. My Gold Man Severed. If you're digging it, turn up just a little more because I'm almost done with the story. So, anyways, they're leaving, and everyone's leaving. There's some guys going to Florida right away, and he's walking away, and I was like, hey, man. And I was like, I just want to say I'm sorry. He's like, no, it's cool, dude. And I actually gave him a hug. We gave each other a fucking hug. Actually, it was like a mutual thing at the same time as we were leaving. And it was good. But then I worked in 10 hours. I was a little pissed now because everyone left around noon, and then we worked till like 5 or 6, I forget. And I still had to come in. That is that part. I still had to come in. Because there's still stuff to do that should have been finished when these guys were there, and I was pissed about that. And then as I came home that night, I had some sort of incident. Not sure totally. So far, some tests came out pretty good. I'm still doing some more tests, but most definitely it was something scary. And as I talk with the doctors and stuff, they're telling me that, I may have to just take it easy. Probably get some sleep, like not do this for like 3 hours till 2 o'clock in the morning, or not do them so late sometimes, but it's hard. It's hard with it. Guys, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard. I could probably do them during the day, like doing this stuff, but during the day I got so much other stuff that I'm doing, so it is hard. So this is the perfect time to type of do these, or on the weekend. unless I schedule it somehow. But most definitely it's hard. So doing them at night's the easiest for me. And I enjoy the nighttime because it's my everyone's. And I usually at night I'm roaming at night. I'm up at night anyways, which is maybe why I've had this issue. Who knows? But most definitely, it opened my eyes. Doing my best to be healthy, I guess. To some extent, I still want to eat sugars and whatnot. Like right now, I got some pretzels sitting there waiting for me because I was hungry. But so far, I'm healthy. So far there are things. There's still more tests that have to be done. There are some things that were found. Well, some things. One thing particularly. It's nothing that is alarming. It's a little bit as what they would call brain atrophy, and who knows what there could be for many reasons, which we can get into. But that's a story. That's a freaking show in itself. So yeah, that's there. It's like I said, as they explain it to me, it's nothing to be alarming, but they're gonna watch it, and it could attribute it to what I was having among stress and everything, because I really didn't get much sleep that week. And yeah, among other things, I do indulge, and when it happened, I was drinking and smoking, and who knows what, the week before I took some acid. So I don't know, guys. I don't do those things often, but who knows? Maybe it was accumulation of that. I don't know. You heard it here. I'm opening up. I'm saying it, but some stuff. We'll see. And it really put me out for a couple to a few weeks. I'm now that's the reason why I'm doing these. I'm now just kind of recovering from it. So hopefully it was nothing. Hopefully it was really more attributed to my stress. And all I gotta do is just do my best to take it easy. And that's it. And that's where we're at. And that is where we're at. Oh man, and Jonathan. Oh yeah, that's another story. Just happened recently. One of my longtime friends and old roommates and podcaster and paranormal researcher himself, the skeptic of the crew. Actually, that reminds me, I need to find some old LCGH podcasts with Jonathan in there. Anyways, he died this week. I'm not going to get all mushy on you. I kind of did that earlier this week. I'm sorry, last week. The days merged together. But yeah, he passed away from his own health issues, which opens up. He was younger than me, but opens up my eyes to the shit that we got to worry about, And we should try to do our best to be healthy, and we should do our best to be happy, We're not, and that's why I say fuck work too, because all those things attribute to why we're unhappy and why we're unhealthy, and that is hopefully a discussion we can have full on in maybe another episode. But yeah, so yeah, guys, that's what's going on with me. So I've been dealing with that, trying to get back on my feet here and get back into podcasts and then back into gaming and painting, which I'm about to do right now. Oh, I forgot to mention. So this drone here. Oh, crap! This drone here that I have, it's a missile drone, as I said before. She doesn't have this drone, okay? This drone is actually a stand-in for her missile pod, which her new kit you can see and do all this other cool shit with. So, because I have the bigger base and she's a little smaller, but she still fills up the base. Like, if you see it this way, she has a magnet. In case you don't know, I magnetize it. Actually magnetize a few of my models, but it makes it easier for transporting and doing whatever I want with her. And it's more of a diorama in a sense too, but because I got some bits I want to put on here. This is a Primaris Marine with a bolter arm, and I'm gonna put it right here. At some point, I don't know if I'm gonna do that today or not. I actually got some some bark and stuff here that I spray painted primer gray that I want to put on here, which I don't know, I could probably do that tonight. We'll you'll see. It takes up most of the thing, and some rocks that I want to put on here to dress it up. But first things first, we're gonna paint the bots because paint the models because the bases are not as important. They're just kind of an added thing to enjoy and build off of with your model. So right now I'm just gonna touch up some blue spots that I had for this model. This is actually, I'm digging this song. And again, you can find out more about this music on theannounceradionetwork.podbean.com or Catfish and Dogstar. Terrible Need is the name of the song. Testing. There we go. Just checking my levels. So yeah, so right now I'm just enjoying painting her and the models. Paint me like your French girls. Yes, Shadow Son, I will. You are my French girl. Some say you would be my Asian girl. Not trying to be racist here. Well, they say that because they attribute the Tao Empire, which she's part of, the faction, the army I'm in. I love her. I love this model. As kind of Asian culture. I can see it in aspects with the samurai swords type stuff and the name of the models. So what I do here is I start with a color. I'm gonna do something else. And I use that same color and I work around wherever. Start with the next one. So I'm putting blue because she has a little, you don't see it like in the camera, but in certain lighting you can see it. She has a little bit of blue around her silver. God, I love this model. You can kind of see it in the back of it when you look close. But so I'm doing all her drones, her aluminum color, spray painted them, and then I'm just touching up the details because that's what you do. You have fun with the details. So they look cooler when they're on the tabletop. And I did this here, this yellow drone, this gun drone with a little bit of yellow on top to match my crisis suits, which one of them is yellow, which I basically modeled after Bumblebee. They're Transformers. She's not necessarily Transformer based. I kind of based her off Captain Phasma of the Star Wars movies, because that's what my troops are. They're Mandalorians. The colors of Mandalorians, and I kind of was going Star Wars because actually I have an R2-D2. Oh, here's my firewall. So you can't really totally tell, but that's a Mandalorian color. Jesus, that's why I need another light right here, just so you can see that. But that's Mandalorian. Green, yellows, grays. I gotta touch them over with some more green, but that's that. Oh yeah, here it is. It's a strike team. And then with the drones, as I was saying here, I got, like I said, some Star Wars themed. So I have this R2, which is very similar to her, this R2-D2 themed drone. which this one is the Pulse Accelerator
Hello,
drone.
good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be.
And then this
around
BB-8
wild,
drone.
wacky, and sometimes disturbing world of ours.
Because he's on a
that's the
ball.
intro to the
I'm going to do the same to the other
Mindset
ones.
Podcast, a weekly attempt
'Cause I got
to
another
open
one.
eyes and shed light on what's
And
really
yeah.
going on in the world.
So,
All done by ripping apart the media madness
I did a little
that
Star Wars theme in the beginning, and then with the
as
mech
news.
suit type stuff, the
Join
battle
me,
suits as they
Gareth
call them.
Davis, every
Except
Sunday
for
on
the stealth suits, which I just kind of
Podcast.
I
You
bought
can
some
find
mirror
the
spray
show
paint,
on
which just
all
looks like
major
aluminum, I guess.
podcasting services such as
It's kind of a waste of money, but oh
Stitcher,
well.
and
I have it.
on. Or you
And,
can go directly to the main
stating that I already have the
website.
paint. That's what I'm stating. And so I did the
www.mindsetcentral.com.
Christ suit. So anything battle suits
Check
above
out
the stealth suits and up
Mindset
will be
Podcast.
Transformer
Bring your
themed.
curiosity,
So eventually,
your
I would have like
opinions,
another commander
and
who
a
would
sense of
probably be
humor.
Optimus
And
Prime
remember that
colored, and
some
so on and so
worldviews
forth.
are
I'll show you
stranger
some
than
more.
others.
Yeah, here's a broadside. These are what I also magnetized as well, just so you can see. So you can take them apart and put different weapons on them and stuff like that. So, oh, he's missing a thing here. Oh, yeah, I gotta go through my shit. And I could transport them easier, but I can move them around and place them because, you know, I like to play with my toys. So, you could do that. They're not necessarily intended to move around. But yeah. But he's Hound. He's green. Follow my stuff. But that's Ratchet. He's halfway there. Painted that. So that's some spray paint and everything. I still got to do some more details. There's some tape on there and everything. But for the most part, he's painted and ready to play. Like I said, a lot more detail to do. A lot more details. Details on it. It's hard to tell because of the lighting. But you can see he's got some stuff back there. This is the only thing that I got to really finish is his gun. Some different colors, and I think I got to do some stuff on the shields. But most of the part, he's got some coppers and golds and stuff like that. Because you want to pop out. Pop out. So, yeah. I've been doing that, been doing this. And, he kind of got caught up with me. And a little bit of things that have been going on in my life. And the next few things that have been going on, which I haven't really talked about. And if you really want, I was about to say, if you really want to hear about Black Widow, I was going to talk about it now. But to be honest with you, just kind of keep the flow of just things to catch up on. And we'll maybe end with the Black Widow. Something I might have mentioned it before on my other episode, my previous episode, but I am investing more, especially this last year. I am investing more. Oh, someone's watching me. I'm there too. Hey, everybody. I should check in on that too. I've been investing more. I was investing like 4 years ago. But I really wasn't involved until about last year. And then I really got involved this year towards the end after some GameStop stocks got some news. And Dodge got some news, which I made some money on. I should have made more if I put trying to move my money around, which I guess I wasn't expecting Dodge to do anything, but it did. And I made a few $100s. So, and my girlfriend made a couple $1,000. So, yay, right? So I started to focus on that, and I've literally been saving by putting it in my investments. So I used Robinhood as a broker. I still have it, but I transitioned my AMC, which I'm in AMC now, which I'm going to get into. I transitioned those to Fidelity, mostly because of the politics, I guess, that we're dealing with Robinhood and AMC. So, been doing that, making money, been trying to get people involved because I feel it's better to do this. If you're not, if you got $5, throw it in there. You have $5 can turn into $20, $100 maybe, depending on your stocks. And I'm not going to give you any advice right now, or anything like that, because that's a show in itself. But I have my own way of doing things, and it's, I could probably adjust it for sure in some aspects, I'm sure. But it's been making me money, especially since I'm, not investing hundreds of dollars. Well, I am investing hundreds of dollars, but as in, how do you say, that I'm able to invest consistent hundreds of dollars. What I do is, like I said, I put five, or I didn't say, but I was mentioning you could put $5 to $10 in, and I would do that every paycheck, and it grew to hundreds of dollars because some of my investments grew and split and stuff like that, which made me money. So now I have hundreds of dollars, and I was able to take some out. It's good, and I was saving. I haven't been able to save, mainly because I think saving sucks. But saving in the stock market, as long as you keep your stuff in some good stuff, is actually the way to go. Because instead of earning, 1%, or I forget what it is. It might even be more than that, but you might be earning that over maybe a month to a year. You're gaining that percentage. In stocks, you can be gaining that every freaking day. Like, you can be making 1% every day. You can be making 1%, or 12%, or 20%, or 30%, or 40% in a freaking day or a week on multiple stocks, not just one. And that's where I wish I had more money, because could you imagine the money you make if you're able to do that? And I can see why I was day trading a little bit, like I said, with literally making dollars into whatever, and I lost some money. So I kind of learned my lesson in some ways, not to do certain things. It was an experience. So now, what I'm part of, and what everyone I think should be part of, is the investment community. And it's been really opening my eyes to a lot of different things, stuff that I was kind of against before, like, again, I was thinking about not working, right? Not going back to the workforce. And here I am, like I said, put my resume out there, and here I are working at Amazon. Hopefully going to be making $27 an hour soon. Here we are. And I've made more money in a shorter period of time. I made $27 an hour for a week's worth of pay in a couple days or in a day, depending on what I'm doing. So, I'm kind of spoiled. Just hopefully things start picking up on my end a little bit. And part of that is to probably doing this and advertising myself more and whatnot, which I don't do. That's pretty much what I'm doing now, is working and investing. And I never really saved, I probably should have, now that I know when I've been somewhat pinching pennies already, that I could have been investing already. And really the problem that was for most of us, we couldn't invest in, we couldn't invest percentages in stocks like we can now. I believe there's a specific term for that. But, we couldn't do that before. And thanks to apps like Robinhood, which only been around, I think, for like 7 years or so, roughly, maybe a little less, we can do that. And you should be doing it. Not saying you should get on Robinhood. If you want to, you should. You can actually contact me. And I can give you my referral codes for Fidelity, Robinhood, Stash, and I'm on Crypto.com, which I'll be getting into a little bit of that to hopefully close this off. So my girlfriend and I, we've been investing. She's been investing a lot more, thanks to the stimulus and that we have kids and all that. So that really helped out. And it's been helping with saving, because if I want to, the money I've been having sit around in there has grown interest already, like I said, and I can do whatever I want with it if I really wanted to, or just keep it in there and keep growing, which is the overall plan. The long-term plan is you want to keep it in there so it keeps growing. So that's the overall plan. But you can make money really quick, like I did in some aspects, as long as you keep up with stuff. Which is like currently the GameStop, as they call them, meme stocks, and AMC, and they're. I'm not a finance guy, 'cause I can't totally explain it to you, and I'm just learning a lot of this in the past, literally the past 6 months in a sense. They're whatchamacallit. They are being cheated in a sense, okay? So basically what's going on here is hedge fund companies, what they're doing is buying stocks, selling them, and selling them at different prices, and also finding ways at making those different prices benefit them. So what they'll do is buy a bunch of stocks because they can, and then raise up the price, take the profits, and then sell all those stocks, which will trigger other people to sell their stocks. And then they'll buy back those stocks. But not only will the reason why they would sell, so other people sell so they can make the price lower and buy them back, they're also betting on that lower price, which, they call the shorts, right? Betting on the shorts. The shorts are the lower price. So not only are they making money off profit, they're making money off people failing. And so because of that, GameStop, which of course is by other investors, how this got wind, these hedge funds, Citadel's one, I believe Marvin Capital, and a whole bunch of others, and I wish I had them off the top of my head, but they are these big hedge funds that short stocks, and there's a whole politics and a whole system behind this in order for us to see pricing on the stocks raise or lower. And as I said before, they can literally artificially lower their stocks by us selling, and also by reporting false numbers, because that's also another part of this. So not only are they doing what they're doing, they're saying they have stocks and they don't. Now, how does that happen? Easy. They're a big company. Who's gonna sell? Who's gonna really know unless you're, telling someone, right? They do that, right? The FDIC, the feds, they set the standards on what these hedge funds can do and margin calls, and they have to report where they're getting their what they have, what actual stocks they have, and all that. They have to do that, and they are doing that, but they're not giving away the whole story, especially when some of these guys are like hand in hand with each other, literally like politics. Everyone's working for each other, so they know the inside. That's where insider trading comes into play, and all this stuff. Everyone knows what's going on. That's how people get the quick, quick jump on things. Now I'm gonna do blue on the top here, and I'm thinking of doing some orange. I'm not sure of putting more blue on the bases here. I'm not sure yet. We got some blue. We got this. I want to let that dry. I'll finish this up a little bit here on this side. And we're just going to keep starting with colors that I like. I also got to do, those guys are done already, so I don't got to worry about these. These are my gun drones for my big old devilfish, a transport, which I have right here. I guess, but it's big enough. I got this thing for like $20. And that puts those warriors you saw, I put those in and let them do their thing. They pop out and do some cool stuff. So that's what these hedge funds and investment companies are doing. They're betting against us, and so because of that, and we found this out. Well, not we, I did. We did, but other investors alerted us to that, and freaking now it started a movement. because of what we know now, and how in order to beat them, we have to buy these stocks like they do and hold them. So in order for them to basically say they have, or so they don't get in trouble, they're again betting for us to lose by selling our stocks, and they buy it up. So they can say they have these many stocks at some sort of point, okay, and they don't. You know, they may have real stocks because they have to, but at some point they're not, and they can keep selling stocks. So, and they could put a price on that if they want to, if they didn't have Robinhood, and they all have pricing on there. So, if that is the case, what they're doing is, in order to win, they have to buy the stocks that were sold in order to say that they have them. And that's how they win. So as long as we hold that money, don't sell, the price, of course, will drop and whatnot at some point. But because they're selling and doing things behind the scenes, that's the only reason why the price should be dropping, as long as the majority of people are holding like they do. They keep the price afloat. So, as far as we can tell, okay. Again. As far as we can tell, we're looking at hundreds, if not thousands of dollars eventually this stock is going to be. And this is not the first time something like this has happened. This happened to GameStop, where the stock went up to $600 in January or December, if I remember, something like that. Now it's at like 200 or 100 and some 200, but it was worth like a few dollars. Just like I got in at AMC, I got GameStop in at 15, and then I didn't do anything, and I should have kept it, and I sold it. I think I got like a little bit in GameStop. But AMC I had at like $9, and then I bought in at like 10. You know, I bought in at periods of time. Eventually, when it started going up, I bought in some more, and it went up, and I made some money. So now I'm holding. It's dropped, but I know it's going to go up because it's gone up. It's actually been at $30 before, you know. So we know it's been at that price. It's going to happen again. But what's happening is we know we hold that money. So realistically, the price shouldn't be going down, but it is. Okay, we ain't gonna find out how much people sold in anything, I think, till next week or whatever. So I'm hoping people out there listening that had AMC, don't sell it. Okay, do your best. I've been ignoring it. I'm already knowing I'm taking a chance, but I know the chance I'm taking has some really good gains in it. Even if I make a few $100s in the next whatever few months, some places, some stocks you could be doing it already. And it goes down, and that's it. We're talking about this growing over time to hopefully by the end of the year, and what we're talking about with the thousands. And that's why I'm in it. Not only because of the money, but because it's actually an FU to the big guys. You know? Because they've been still in the... This is why the stock market crashed. This is why they sold these things, these, you know... loans and everything, put them up, package them, and be like, hey, these loans cost this much money, you can invest in this or whatever. It's such a weird, the whole economy is such a weird, based off projections of the future and fake numbers. And it's already fake as it is, but it's even more fake how it's all created. This is why I get so crazy over everything that goes on in our lives, from politics to economic systems, because we created it. It's not something that came... I mean, maybe the math and certain things might have came from the universe. Maybe somehow that's part, you know. But we created a damn system, okay? We were aware of it, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, and we're manipulating it, but we created it. We can literally go, oh, yeah, it doesn't cost this much. And it doesn't. The value, the reason why anything has value is because we believe it has value. Just like today. Going through, looking at houses in Chicago, I'm like, why are people paying so much money for houses when you can go outside the suburbs and find the same with more square footage and more land for cheaper? It makes no sense. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, because economics, it makes sense. But at the same time, it's like, why? And of course, people, you know, it's the experience or whatever, but it is what it is. I feel if it's going to gain value, it should all be fairly equal. Why? Well, I don't know. I guess area makes sense. You want to pay more to live by the sea. You want to pay more to live by the lake. I guess. I don't know. Sure, yeah, that makes sense, right? Because, yeah, we like things. Things are pleasing to our eyes, so it costs more because it's more pleasing. You know? I don't know. It is, I guess. I don't know, but still. Either way, though. So, maybe I can buy one of those if AMC hits. And that's what I'm betting on right now. Early retirement a little bit. So the money that I win from AMC, we're going to buy things that are a house and new cars and whatnot. And then our plan is, and that's another reason why this movement is so important too, is the people involved. It literally is a movement. And you can follow my snaps and all that, and my Facebooks and my Twitters and all, because I post links and articles to the stuff that's going on with it. And it's a movement, you know. People are getting into this movement to change, to initiate change, people. Me and my girlfriend want to do some change. We're talking about non-for-profits. Before this even happened, we were talking about non-for-profits. Now, if AMC hits the thousands as they're talking about, you can start a non-for-profit. You can start anything. It's literally a transition. It would be the biggest if this happens the highest possibility that we can get. We're talking about the highest transition of wealth back to the people. That's why this is important. Okay? Remember, hedge funds, banksters, all those guys are the ones who really control the real estate. Real estate companies only get it from loans. The loans come from the same banks that get it from the feds. I mean, it's all the same people. And it's all corrupted, taking advantage of us with higher pricing for inflation and deflation and all sorts of crazy stuff that we lose out on and gain on, and sometimes, but the people behind the scenes, they're the ones really making it. Because where's that money go? Where's the money lost? It goes to someone. That someone is the hedge funds. And if we can take those losses, which is what the plan is, it goes to the people. People. That's why you should be investing in it. All of us should be investing in it, not only to invest into our country, I guess. It's somewhat patriotic. I feel I'm doing something patriotic as well, because I have stocks, even percentages of stocks, and the things that I use and I like, or I feel is, like pharmaceuticals, health stuff. Those are things I have some stocks in. It's like a diverse portfolio, as they say. And you should, because you want to make money. And there's a whole thing, a strategy why I do the things I do anyways. But yeah, so there's a whole movement involved. And people want to do some change. Even if we can make a few, if it really does just become like a few $100s in the end, we're still making tons of money with a few $100, people. If you invest at $9 and it becomes $300, and let's say you bought a bunch of stocks at $9, that's huge profit for you. You're still making money. It's a blessing, as people say. So you should be right now. You're listening to this. You're catching this. You should be investing. $5. Like I said, I threw a few dollars in, and next thing you know, I made a few $100. What the hell? That's off one. A couple of them did that splits, like I said, and I'm like, what the? Now I have even just from throwing a few dollars in, which were like $20. I guess I should say a few dollars is like $3, right? I'm really saying like $20. So from let's say $5 to $20, you can get started on making some money in the stock market and crypto. So I'm in crypto. I use crypto.com. That's an up and down ride, but I make a little more money doing that than I do playing the stock markets. And if I focused on that, I could probably make even more money. So we're seeing. It's a test. Right now, it's really been a test, So we'll see how that goes. I'm just checking up on any chats. Sorry, guys, if you are chatting and I missed it. Let's open this back up. Okay. What's up, YouTube? Cool. And let's look up Twitch, right? Hey, Twitch. Thanks for tuning in. I see yous. I see yous in YouTube. I think Facebook I got. Let's see. Okay, I see you guys. All right. Thank you there. You got a like for there and everything. All right, thank you. All right. You know, people are tuning in. Thanks for staying. And if you only stayed for 5 minutes or whatever, thanks still. I gotta charge that phone up. But yeah, so that's what's going on right now. And you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. I post more about it on my Snap and Twitter and Facebook stories and stuff. The articles are linked, so you can catch those wherever on Facebook or Twitter. But yeah, so I've been doing that, and we're hoping things change. Look at that. We're hoping this changes everything, and how people see the market, and how it's easily manipulated by basically insiders. And outsiders, I guess, because we're kind of manipulating it to our liking. Oh, what was I going to put on here? I want to put some gold or copper. I forget what I put on these guys. I think it was gold. I feel copper would be a better look on it. But gold is fine. We'll do gold. We'll put a little gold on this shit. Dry this up. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm probably going to cut it soon. It's actually a good song. We'll turn this up a little bit. Nice little chill song. Put that little tape on there and made this kind of like I guess you can call it camouflage. This is for one of my broadsides. Gun drone. Most definitely more to do. So we're gonna get a little gold and start putting up gold on a lot of these. So yeah, so that's what GameStop, and there's more stocks. I'm sorry, guys. I forget if I put this brush gold. Something with it. I think I'm gonna make another shield drone. These will go out to other. I'm gonna make another shield drone. I just realized that. That's what I want to do. Is make another shield drone. So we're gonna get a little gold, spice these guys up a little. I was using copper. Yeah, it was copper. Yeah, I did copper on this too. Yep. We could do that. We'll see what we get with this. And I think these. I was going gun drone. So I might dry brush. Little gray stuff on probably enough gold now. So yeah, I really do stress getting into some stocks. I really do if you haven't done it yet. Most definitely, if you've been wanting to save, but you really don't know anything, and if you've been wanting to get stocks, and if you've been wanting to make some money, most definitely get into stocks. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I'm not doing
Hello,
shit.
good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be around this wild, wacky, and sometimes disturbing world of ours. Yes, that's the intro to the Mindset Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes.
Oh, yeah, and
shed
another
light
thing. So I've been
on what's
doing that,
really going on
catching up.
in the world. All
And,
done by ripping apart the media madness that masquerades
I've been,
as news.
I've been on and
Join
off.
me,
As
Gareth
most people
Davis,
follow
every
me.
Sunday on
I
the
still do
Mindset
ghost hunting
Podcast.
stuff.
You can find the
Paranormal
show
research,
on all
whatever you want to
major
call it,
podcasting
whatever you're comfortable
services such
calling
as
it.
iTunes,
I call it
Stitcher,
ghost hunting every now and
so
then. It's not
on.
really what
or
it
you
is.
can go directly
But,
to the main
it's just because I
Mindset
come from that
website.
time
That's
when we called it ghost hunting.
www.mindsetcentral.com.
Paranormal researcher, stuff like
Check out
that.
the Mindset Podcast.
Kind of
Bring
became
your
more popular
curiosity,
later in the
opinions,
90s,
and a sense of humor.
more 2000
And
stuff
remember
into
that some
actual,
worldviews
past
are
the ghost
stranger
hunters
than
age.
others.
Literally, I think ghost hunters is what started changing it. Because it's like, we don't want to be associated with ghost hunters. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, right? For the past, since I was like 16, I'm 38. That's actually a good song.
I got like 4 shows this month, and I ain't doing none of them until I blow this blunt. See, I was running around the city
really
like
good
a chicken with his
So, if you're watching me on Snapchat, Facebook, or catching me on any of my podcasts, I've been talking about some of the places I went to. One's Portage Woods, where I was talking about gnomes. We didn't see any, but we had a weird experience.
I pay my dues and paid attention. I don't know what y'all spent. I pay you no mind. On my mama, even my grandmama stay on the grind. It's in my blood. I do my dirt and then I wash off in the tub. Ace Da Vinci, show me love, show me love. And I don't got no time for these links. No energy in my vessel. I
Lighthouse.
all of my hustle. My family not about to struggle no more. Oh no. I've been working for 40 days, I've been fucking for 40 nights. I done stepped on like 40 stages and fucked up like 40 mics, and I posted on Instagram. My nigga, that's 40 likes. Ooh. Chicago ain't a city, it's a state of mind. I make it shine as quick as it take to play a vine. You call it Chirac, my nigga, we'll leave you way behind. Tell Spike lead the way to line, boys, flaming time. Rapper slash activist slash pacifist, spitting crazy heat. Oh, and I made the beat. I got this glow inside my body. It got me feeling like a lighthouse. Ooh, ooh, I'm in my zone, I'm feeling cocky. And you can see it like a lighthouse. Ooh, I don't know why they think they can stop me. I'm in the distance like a lighthouse. Yeah, see me in the sky, I'm feeling golly. Just shining like a lighthouse. Oh, I say, I got this glow inside my body. It got me feeling like a lighthouse. Whoa, whoa, I'm in my zone, I'm feeling cocky. And you can see it like a lighthouse. Whoa, I don't know why they think they can stop me. I'm in the distance like a lighthouse. Whoa, see me in the sky, I'm feeling golly. I'm just shining like a lighthouse, shining like a lighthouse, shining like a... The heart doesn't understand the mind. If the mind doesn't understand the heart, doesn't understand the mind. If the mind doesn't understand the heart, if the heart doesn't understand the soul. Say, the heart doesn't understand the mind. If the mind doesn't understand the heart, doesn't understand the mind. If the mind doesn't understand the heart, if the heart doesn't understand the soul. Heavy.
Good track. So yeah, I've been, like I said, paranormal research, all that, and you can catch everything on Snapchat and all that. Now that I got everything a little situated here and got what I needed. And I'm thinking of doing some TikToks. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I think I'm going to do them. I got some plans already, the girlfriend, and I got some support from some other paranormal friends who are already on TikTok doing some stuff. Yeah. They're saying, let's get on this TikTok and take some advantage. And some people heard me on one of, or a couple of the podcasts I've been on. And they're like, you should really do some of this on TikTok. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to test it out. I got a couple of spots, like I said, I got a few. Write a quick script, kind of basically talk about things I talked about on the podcast, but, show around and, really make something out of it. And I'll have a TikTok channel for my LCGH research group, which is the whole paranormal stuff that I do. And then my own personal one, that I can do this with and joke around and test some stuff out with. So that's the plan. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. It's a new avenue. It's kind of what I've been doing already with my Snapchats and stuff, but now on TikTok and with a little bit more reach, I guess. And there's a need for it, and people want me to get back into paranormal research and doing all that and podcasts and stuff. So why not take the adventure into it? So that's what's going to happen. Yeah. So again, follow me namastradiolnetwork.podbean.com or follow me on Twitter, CrazyAJ82. You can find that also on Snapchat, and keep track of everything that I do. And give me feedback, all that. Again, I'm gonna be checking the the chats. Appreciate the views, everybody. Again, always appreciate the people who tune in and watch late at night. Thank you. And I always appreciate, really also, Twitch. Periscope was my biggest follow-up, or where people will follow me on. But Twitch has really turned out to be pretty nice, just really easy to grab an audience and whatnot. I might have to tweak some things. And like I said, I'm sorry, it says Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm not playing it. I do play it. I have played it. I forgot to save my videos, so now I can send them to YouTube when I'm done with them. Unless I can figure out this restream thing and do it that way, and then it can automatically save the YouTube for me without having to do all that extra legwork. But most definitely is something I'm interested in doing. But yeah, so I will be doing more video games, and you can check that out and stuff. And I'm probably going to be talking about some of the stuff that I talk about here, but playing video games and maybe doing some commentary on the video games. I guess that's what this kid's like, right? Do some funny noises, and, boom, bang, bang, papa, shit. That's what they like. Yeah, and just kind of see where it goes. Gonna finish painting this up. Literally, these things are ready they've been ready because I've been playing. In case you're just tuning in, I've been doing this live stream where I paint minis. This is a drone for my Warhammer game, the Tau Empire, which is what I am, Tau Va, for the greater good. And we sit here, I paint, and I talk about stuff. Whatever I want to talk about. Or whatever you might want to talk about. You just gotta let me know in the chat. Maybe you want to hear something different. Or maybe you want to listen to whatever the music might be playing. Because that's what this is also about. The music that's on my network. That was the Runnies, Lost on Me. I just dropped the drone here, guys.
Hello, good
There's the
evening, good
Mindset
morning,
promo.
good afternoon, wherever you may be around this wild, wacky, and sometimes disturbing world of ours. Yes, that's the intro to the Mindset Podcast, a weekly attempt to open eyes and shedding light on what's really going on in the world, all done by ripping apart the media madness that masquerades as news. Join me, Gareth Davis, every Sunday on the Mindset Podcast. You can find the show on all major podcasting services such as iTunes, Stitcher, and so on. Or you can go directly to the main Mindset website. That's www.mindsetcentral.com.
I really hate this when I
Check out the Mindset Podcast. Bring your curiosity, your opinions, and a sense of humor. And remember that some worldviews are stranger than others.
Hey, you want to become famous? By followers, prime viewers. Oh, thank you for bot me. I got bots, guys. I got bots. Thank you, Mr. Knuckles. I want to buy viewers. I want to gain them. Another good song. Sadi Daisy, Better Run. Be doing this show for a while, guys, just so you're not tonight. Soundwave, not Shockwave. So his gun bit came down. Beautiful. All right, we're going to finish this up. Ramp it up, guys. It sucks though. I started getting more viewers as it stays on later. Right? And I got to try to get some sleep. I got to get up soon. Up some of this. Ooh, I believe this is some license. Alright, so we got a few more of these to do. I again, Gun Drones here. Thanks again for staying on, listening to me as I rant about things going on and catching up and painting some minis. And listening to some music. All music on here that you've been listening to, all local. All, well, local, I was going to say all local, right? But local as in, they could be from Oregon, they could be from Chicago. Most of them are from Chicago, because that's where I'm based at here in Chicago. That's where wonderful studios is right now, Man Cave Studios in Chicago. Well, I actually did that graffiti. I know this person. My brother's. He's my friend's brother. And that bit that. I got three more. So as we're down here, we're going to finish up these last few. Go over a little bit of everything that we went over. Talk a little bit again about my past, some stuff that prevented me from streaming overall. Talked about the models, Warhammer, and what I've been painting, and what I'm doing here. Which what I should do is I need to get a camera so I can just focus it down on here. You can also donate to the podcast too, to the network. All at nowitsrealnetwork.com. So I'm gonna get another camera. You're helping. And then we talked about AMC. Surprisingly, that took up most of this 2 hours. About 20-something minutes of that, though, is just me setting up, checking some streams, and letting the music play. But yeah, for the most part, almost 2 hours of that. I think it would be easier if I had a camera so you can actually see what I'm doing. Or if I could just... cat. Freaked me out. Goofing around, doing crazy cat stuff. Just so we can finish that off, and then we're gonna save some painting for another night. These are, like, again, these are all playable, and this is all just aesthetics, of course, because you want to see something, you want to see some color on the board instead of just watching plastic and cool designs. You want to get some color. Then you start adding all the details and stuff, and that's where it gets fun. Just the details of itself. Oh, I should have did this one black. Focus on that black one. Also, if you're listening and you need some roofing and siding or a bathroom or renovations, or you need your furnace looked at, get a hold of me. Get a hold of me. You help me by doing that, referring me. Good job. And you help this channel, you help local business, you help everybody. That's what goes on. Alright. For the most part, that's the only thing I want to do is get a little of my get a little of my dry brush going, so I can do the inside of that. That's about it. And I kind of want to do it while we're up here. So this will dry, and I got a few. There's the clock. There. A few more minutes. So probably get a little dry brush. I'll close everything out with today's event. So, because of my schedule change and everything, me and the wonderful little lady are trying to have some us time because we got kids and everything. So there's certain days in the week that we try. Hopefully, try to get the weekend, of course. But, if I'm open during the week on a Tuesday or a Friday, we try to have a little day to ourselves. And today, we went to go see Black Widow, which was actually not a bad movie. A movie, not a bad movie, okay? I think I'm going to save the full-on review for a show, a Doodly Geek show. But for the most part, without giving too much and, going into too many details, it wasn't bad. They handled a lot of things, for the most part, well. Things that, I guess, this doesn't necessarily make sense. Or not make sense. It's just in the context of the Marvel Universe, it wouldn't make sense. And take, for instance, the Red Guardian in the movie and the Black Widow were actually married. In the movie, she's a child when she meets him, and they have like this family going on, which you kind of get from the trailers and so on, which actually works very well. Overall, it has a really good message, in a sense, about family. It's about family. Like those Fast and Furious means. That's what they should get. Anyone out there listening, you get the Fast and Furious and Black Widow mean about family. Bam, 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 bam. Or maybe I could jump on that soon. And really overall trying to basically
Hello, good
give
evening, good morning,
it's a mindset
good
promo.
afternoon, wherever you may be around this
Give Black Widow the platform she kind of needed on her own, and I think it worked out well for the most part. There's things they could have expanded on, I think, more, and they could have done things a little bit differently, of course, whatever. But as someone who likes movies, as someone who enjoys the Avengers and overall is aware of the comic book lore, and it looks better than up on top of my head like that. And just overall, a geek, a comic geek, comic nerd. Yeah, there's some liberties, they took, but overall, it worked. It worked. Without giving away too much and going into too many details, I want to say the Taskmaster character could have been handled a lot differently, a lot better, and more truer. They could have worked that in a lot more, they could have worked that in better. The origins of Taskmaster, which ain't nothing to, make a movie about, but they could have given the original character some props, So that's like really the only downside. And yeah, that's really about it. I say go check it out. It's a good movie at the theater. It's a good popcorn flick, a blockbuster. It was action packed almost from beginning to end. It had emotion. It had heart. Actually, it was a really good movie for the most part. Besides, again, if you're a Nazi about comic book stuff, you're not gonna like some things. Because I mean, I could tell you, I'm the person telling you that, yeah, you might not like some things. But if you like action flicks and the character overall and, you know, the way Marvel's been handling things and, you know, and just an overall decent movie, it's up there. It's not like a top-notch Marvel movie, but it was still good. Like, it was still fairly written well. Everything was cohesive enough, you know, and... again, I can shut my brain off too, so I like Transformer movies. You know, it is what it is. I enjoy that type of stuff. You know, if I'm gonna go to a movie, I don't really want to always think. You know, I watch documentaries and stuff. I'm gonna go see some bam, bam, bam. You know, I do want to see some action. I do want to see some brainless shit. But I can also get caught up and be like, that doesn't make any sense. And why did they do that? Because, you know, logic and sometimes, yeah, you know, why they could have done that. Why didn't they? I don't know. Is there a whole political thing as people are making out to be? I don't think so. I really don't. Yeah, you know, there is whatever, some, you know, larger feminist stuff, I guess. But for the most part, you should go see it. And don't listen to all the naysayers. Most definitely, you like action flicks, you like Black Widow, you like the Avengers, you like the overall Marvel Universe, you're going to like this movie, hands down. And if I did, and I can be aware of the comic book source, the source material and character backstories, and still enjoy this movie, deep down inside you can put all that away and just let the heart warm up a little bit and just enjoy a movie. And that's most definitely was worth Black Widow. Now they're doing the Shang-Chi movie, which I'm not really familiar totally with. That character's doing the martial arts time with Marvel. I really didn't get into any of his stuff, but he's connected with a larger universe with the rings, and which Iron Man is connected to and stuff like that. But we'll see. I'm not like excited for that, but I wouldn't mind going and seeing it. And whatever next movie comes out that's nice, I might go to AMC. Make sure we go to AMC. AMC, if you're listening, make sure your movies start before 2 o'clock. Please, because people like us, we only get so much time. And 11, noon, 1 o'clock, that's not a bad time to see a movie for us. And most definitely, 2, 3, 4, it's hard to pull off. I get it, you know, but there's other movie theaters open, and AMC could have got our money there. It does have our money and stocks. And me going to AMC multiple times throughout my lifetime and over the years, or the same thing. but most definitely. So, and yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna end the show. Not too bad, guys. I appreciate the time. Appreciate the views. I think I didn't do too bad. I got where I wanted with these drones because I could use them still. And whatever. I may paint something later this week. I'm going to try to, schedule-wise, I'm going to try to at least do 1 live stream a week. I'm going to try. I might push it up to 2, 1 like now in the beginning and then 1 towards the end, and then work on my podcast throughout, sprinkle something like that. We'll see. You're listening, you're enjoying. Give me some feedback, please. You know, if you enjoyed what you're listening to overall, give me some feedback on the show. If you want me to expand on some things, give me that feedback, please. All you got to do is message me and find out where it is, like, share, do all that stuff. Thank you for people for joining. Thank you for likes and watches. I obviously got to keep doing this because the more and more I do it since getting back, the more people are interacting, even if it is just 1 robot comment and people actually liking it. And that's really all I need is the support from that. Support from you guys. All sorts of people online right now. Man. Then again, I won't know the numbers until I get off because that's usually when I see them. And I'm sure people tuned in. But the people that actually viewed it, thank you. We're going to just double check before we get off. Again, I appreciate all the people that tuned in. Once again, leave me some likes, comments, subscribe shit, stuff like that, whatever. Some feedback. Check out the AnomalyRadioNetwork.popping.com. Follow Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Snapchat even. CrazyJ82, Twitter and Snap. And yeah, thank you. Twitch, we got Twitch. We got YouTube. YouTube's been fluctuating. That's hilarious, but it makes sense. Usually I get the views on YouTube later. But the live stuff is Facebook and Twitch, so I really appreciate the live stuff. And again, if you like it, please let me know. So, thanks, guys. Good night, good morning, whatever time this is. And see you next time, all right? Let's close it out with this. Oh, I forgot to mention I was on the Mindset Podcast last week, so check that episode out. Follow my links. You'll find out more. And the Nocturnal Frequency was a couple weeks before that. Thanks, guys.